Hello again, everybody. Let's talk about the final exam leadership paper or project on civic engagement and vulnerability. The objective of this assignment will be for you to present and analyze information from your civic engagement research you're going to conduct. You'll address the topics in the rubric that is on the assignment directive, and you'll show connections between civic engagement, vulnerability, and leadership. And you'll meet the learning objectives in this course, specifically for overcoming obstacles. Okay, so we're going to make sure that as we move through this final exam paper or project, that you're keeping in mind all the things that you need to do to make sure that you will receive the best grade possible. Okay, each student will be required to submit a final paper or project. So you're going to decide whether you would like to write a paper or whether you'd like to complete a slideshow project for this final exam. And it's going to explore leadership, vulnerability, civic engagement, and overcoming obstacles. So you're going to select a cause, organization, or issue in your community that you want to explore. So that's kind of step one, right? So as we've been discussing civic engagement in the final exam learning module, you've been learning about what civic engagement is. I want you to be thinking about a cause, an organization, or an issue in your community that you care about. That can be gun violence, that can be homelessness, that can be animal cruelty, that can be a specific organization like the Boys and Girls Club. It can be anything that you specifically care about. It can be the environment, okay? Anything that you care about, any organization that you care about, but you're going to choose that cause or that issue or that organization to focus this particular final exam project or paper on. Okay, so the first step is to think about that and figure out what you care about, what you're passionate about. The second is in your slideshow or in your paper, an important part of it is for you to think about a theoretical plan or idea you have for a service project that you could do theoretically, okay? You don't actually have to do it, but I want you to basically do the planning as a leader for something that you could do to address that specific cause or issue or organization, right? Some specific plan you could do to help them address an obstacle they might be facing. So for example, if your organization is facing an economic obstacle, meaning they have a shortage of money and funds, right? Then you would think about some project that you could theoretically create would help them gain more access to the finances to be able to do more good in the community. If your organization has a lack of participation, what could you do to get a volunteer drive going? You're going to be thinking through these projects and getting as specific as possible to be sort of thinking through what a leader might do, right? What's an actual plan that a leader might do? So now let's walk through the specifics, okay? In the specifics of this particular paper, we are going to choose obviously you're going to choose the medium in which you're going to complete it, whether you're going to write a paper or a slideshow, okay? So make sure that you choose either one. You're going to make sure that everything is done to a 2000 level course level for a college institution. You're going to make sure you're going to use APA citation, okay? If you've never used APA before, that's okay. There's resources in the learning module from the TCC library and librarians that will help you use APA. It's very similar to MLA, just slightly different, so just use those resources. And then as you move through, you're going to see in the directive that you've got two boxes on the directive. On the left side for if you choose to write a paper, you've got things like make sure it's 12-point font, double-spaced, APA. And then if you choose to write, if you choose to create a slideshow, same kind of thing. You've got directions there for what it should look like and what should be there. Now, whether you're writing a paper, if you're writing a paper, you're going to make sure that as you move through the rubric, that each item, each criteria on the rubric represents a paragraph. And I'm very specific in the directive as to what should be in each paragraph, so make sure you're paying attention to that, okay? So let's take a look at what should be in each paragraph. So I'm going to slide down the directive here, and we're going to start with the introduction. Okay, so the introduction of your paper or slideshow should be a description or overview of the organization, cause, or issue you're researching and how it addresses and epitomizes leadership, okay? So the first paragraph is just an introduction to your cause, issue, or organization. You might need to do a little bit of research there, but maybe not. Body paragraph 1 is a thorough historical information about the organization, cause, or issue. So you're going to do some research there and find out some back history, and you're going to give it to us, the reader. Okay, you will definitely need research there, and you'll need to cite your sources. Body paragraph number 2, what about this organization is interesting to you and what do you want to learn from researching it? So this is a place where you actually get to put in your passion. What is it about this cause or issue or organization that really lights you up? Body paragraph 3 requires research. It's who is the leader of this organization and what is this person's leadership style. Now, if it's an organization, it's very easy to find out about specific leaders who run specific organizations. If it's an issue or a cause, choose a leader in that issue or cause. Okay, so there's lots of different people who show up and are high profile within different organizations, within different issues, within different causes, right? So make sure that you're looking into who those people are that are making a big difference and showing up, even if they don't exactly have a title because it's a cause or an issue, right? You look into them and figure out what they're doing to make things better. Number 4, body paragraph number 4. What obstacles does this organization face? So you're going to do some research and find out what are some of the problems that this cause or issue or organization are facing. Okay, so you're going to research that and present it to us, the reader. Body paragraph number 5 is a description of leadership practices, approaches, methodologies used to overcome obstacles. So if body paragraph 4 told us about obstacles they face, body paragraph 5 is telling us how that organization or cause or issue is trying to deal with it. Again, research is needed here. Please cite your sources. Body paragraph 6 is the important one. That's the one we just prepared you for. That is to present an innovative idea focused on how you can support your organization, cause, or issue. You're going to present a fully developed idea or plan for a service, project, event, or program that addresses a current obstacle that you could theoretically implement in the future. Okay, so again, it's not something you're actually doing. This is something you're just planning out very specifically, very detailed about what you could do if you decided to get involved. And finally, the last paragraph or the last slide, if you're doing a slideshow, would be final thoughts, implications, and impressions of overcoming obstacles in our society or community using effective leadership for positive change. Okay, so one more time, if you're writing a paper, each one of these criteria in the directive is a paragraph. If you are creating a slideshow, each one of these criteria is a different slide. You are required to use research for certain areas, and you're required to cite your sources as appropriate for a college level product, right? So we also want to make sure that your technical aspects of your paper or project are phenomenal, that you're using APA cover page, in-text citations and reference page, that you're using college level writing, and that everything is the best that it can be. This is your final exam. This is the culminating assignment of the entire semester. So do your absolute very best, take your time, and make sure that it's everything you want it to be. Don't procrastinate, right? Move through that final exam learning module very carefully and early so that you can be as prepared when you get to this assignment. I tried to really make it as specific as possible so that there's no guesswork, so that you really know exactly what you need to hone in on and you know exactly what you need to do to earn the best grade.